Lancer fans, welcome to the field house here in Lawrence, Massachusetts for this dual meet matchup in varsity wrestling between the North Andover Scarlet Knights and your Lawrence High School Lancers. Joshua Brito at 106 for Lawrence High, getting the victory via forfeit. North Andover does not send out a wrestler at 106, so we will move it right along to 113. The Lancers leading 6-0 after a forfeit at 106. So here we have Wadi Pena for Lawrence High going up against Jaden Martinez, the Lancers and the Knights here from the field house. The lights are dimmed, the vibes are immaculate, and we are ready for some varsity wrestling here. At 113, the Lancers looking for their first victory in a dual meet this season. Loss against Methuen back on Wednesday, January the 14th. A loss against Central Catholic back on January 28th. It is Wednesday, February the 4th. The Lancers at home here against the Knights. Wadi Pena and the Lancers in the white singlets with the blue trim. North Andover's Jaden Martinez and the rest of his teammates in the black singlets with the red trim. And here we are, scoreless. First points awarded here. As you can see, the left arm of the referee going up to signal the takedown points for Jaden Martinez. Martinez grabbing the leg there, out of bounds here. Both wrestlers have to be completely out of bounds in order for the referee to blow the whistle. And over on the far side of the mat, Martinez and Pena do go out of bounds. And so we will reset here from the center ring. One escape point awarded to Pena. 3-1, Jaden Martinez is leading here. Nice move there. Takedown points once again for Jaden Martinez. The referee once again signaling with that left hand. 3 takedown points and a whistle over on the far side. And then the referee warning Jaden Martinez for an illegal hold. Just a warning there. Comes with 36 seconds remaining here in the first period between Martinez and Pena at 113. So no points awarded there. No violation. Just a warning against Martinez here. 36 seconds remaining in the first. Martinez of North Andover leading over Wadi Pena. And Martinez will start with the advantage. And here we go, back to the action. Late stages here in the first period. Martinez with the hold over the midsection on Wadi Pena. Pena trying to fight up to his feet here. Martinez holding the right arm. Now trying to flip him over, using a little bit of leverage from the other arm. The referee counting near fall points here. And at the buzzer, near fall points are awarded. You saw that red armband go up. The left arm of the referee, the red armband, signals points for North Andover, while his right arm, the green armband, signals points for Lawrence. So you saw the 3 fingers on that left arm go up. So 3 near fall points awarded right at the buzzer to Jaden Martinez, who has the commanding 9-1 lead here as we go into the second. Wadi Pena will have the advantage. Pena looking for a suplex type maneuver. Can't quite get Martinez off his feet, and we have a reversal here. 2 points on the reversal. Martinez up to 11 points now. Commanding lead here over Wadi Pena at 113 overall in the matchup. Lawrence High leading 6-0. Near fall points being counted here as Jaden Martinez going for the pin. He's in a good position. Jaden Martinez gets the pin here at 113, and the Knights have tied it up 6-6 overall in this dual meet. A forfeit at 106 gave Lawrence the lead, and now we are all tied up at 6. A victory for Martinez at 113 over Pena. Isaiah Christian for North Andover going up against Jaden Reynoso here at 120. And once again, as we mentioned earlier, it is the Lancers in the white singlets with the blue trim. Christian and his teammates from North Andover, as they are fully out of bounds. North Andover in the black singlets with the red trim. So Reynoso, 3 takedown points for him. 3-0. Reynoso trying to convert on this good start here against Isaiah Christian. Now Christian briefly with control over that right leg of Reynoso. Christian again working on that lower leg. Reynoso trying to fight up on his knees, now trying to get to his feet, trying to get that vertical base. 2 points awarded here for North Andover. It is reversal points given to Christian. You see that now on the scoreboard at the bottom of your screen. 3-2, Reynoso leading over Christian. And now back to their feet. An escape there by Jaden Reynoso gives him a point to make it 4-2 here in the first period at 120. Nice job there by Reynoso to get that escape point. Gives him a 2-point lead as we get towards the end of this first period. Once again in the 120-pound weight class. Stalemate here in this late part of the first period at 120. Reynoso for Lawrence, Christian for North Andover. 5 seconds to go in the period. And that'll do it. We'll go to the second. Jaden Reynoso for the hometown Lancers. A 2-point lead right now over Isaiah Christian of North Andover. And here we go back to the action. Second period is underway. Reynoso with the advantage for the moment. Reynoso still holding on to the midsection of Christian. No escape yet, and now Christian fighting for the escape. Reynoso holding on strong here. Still no score here in the first part of this second period. Reynoso started with the advantage, still has firm control over the right leg of Christian, so no escape, no reversal, at least not yet. Christian looking to take an advantageous position here as we are 1 minute into the second period. The referee blows it dead here, protecting the neck of Reynoso. An illegal lock around the head, or the neck, I should say, by Christian. And Reynoso here with the advantage. Still 4-2. 1 minute and 10 seconds into this second period. And now Christian trying to flip over Reynoso. No escape, no reversal yet. Now he does. And now Christian near fall points, and he gets the pin. Christian with a great reversal towards the end of that second period. And 6 points to the total for North Andover. Tough break there by Jaden Reynoso. He controlled that first period and most of that second. But Isaiah Christian with the pin late in the second. Off the reversal, North Andover takes the lead. 12-6 is the score here from Lawrence. Dominic Armano comes out for the Lancers at 126 against Michael Gagnon of North Andover. 12-6 is the score here. 20 seconds into the first period at 126. Armano for the Lancers. Gagnon for North Andover. Referee counting near fall points over here as Armano off to a good start. Almost out of bounds. And what does the referee say here? Got to start from the center ring as Armano had near fall points, 3 near fall points awarded to him. And now Armano trying to pick it up right where he left off over on the near side. Armano trying to flip over Michael Gagnon. Dominic Armano with a strong showing in this first minute of the first period here at 126. Armano in control. He's got an arm wrapped around the right arm of Michael Gagnon, trying to use that leverage to flip Gagnon. The right shoulder of Michael Gagnon is in some danger. Armano has the leverage here. Referee taking a good look. That right shoulder is in trouble. Gagnon gets it back up for a moment. 30 seconds to go here in the first. Gagnon trying to survive at 6-0. Armano with a burst of energy here. Armano near fall points being counted. Gagnon in trouble. Referee taking a close look. 15 seconds and he gets the pin. Dominic Armano ties up the dual meet with a pin here at 126. It is 12-12. And we'll move on to 132. Paul Wanjiji against Darius Diaz of Lawrence High. And here we go. The score, 12-12, all tied up here in the field house at Lawrence High School. The lights are dim. Main event vibes here as the Lancers and the Scarlet Knights do battle. Once again, the Lancers looking for their first W of this season in dual meet action. All tied up at 12. Wanjiji and Darius Diaz grappling, exchanging grapples here, both on their feet throughout this first minute of the first period at 132. A stalemate so far. And Wanjiji trying to get the takedown. Diaz spins up quickly, no points awarded yet. Wanjiji goes for the spear low. Near fall points being counted here. 3 points for the takedown. Paul Wanjiji on top here, 3-0. 5 seconds to go here in the first. The only points of the first period here at 132. A Paul Wanjiji takedown. And we'll move on to the second. Second period action here from Lawrence at 132. Darius Diaz of the home team down by 3 here, 30 seconds into the period. Wanjiji with a nice offensive maneuver here. Near fall points being counted. Takedown plus near fall points. Referee saying 4 for the near fall. So 3 for the takedown and 4 for the near fall. Checking with the scorer here on the near side. Wanjiji looking for a pin here, but Diaz holding strong. Diaz trying to get on the board here. He's going to need an escape or a reversal. Ten to nothing is the score here. 40 seconds left in the second period. Referee looking on closely. Wanjiji with the clear advantage here. 10 to nothing so far in the late moments here of the second period. And Diaz is just trying to hold on here. Avoid getting pinned. He's got 5 seconds to hold on. And we will go to the third. Paul Wanjiji with the clear advantage here at 132. 12 to 12 the score overall here in this dual meet as we get ready for the third period at 132. Underway here in the third. Wanjiji gets the takedown. Diaz keeping the shoulders up. Referee counting though. 3 points for the takedown. Counting near fall points over on the side. Three points for the takedown makes it 13 to nothing. 3 points for the near fall makes it 16 to nothing. And that's going to do it here from 132, 16 to nothing, a major decision victory for Wanjiji. Not able to get the pin, but the major decision victory, a 16-point advantage, means 5 points added to the total. It is now 17 to 12, North Andover on top. And let's get right to it here at 138. Zach Herberchuk in for North Andover against Jose Lemus of Lawrence High. Once again, the score here in this dual meet, North Andover 17, the Lancers 12 after the major decision victory by Paul Wanjiji at 132. Unable to get the pin, but once you get a 16-point lead, you have a major decision victory, so 5 points added to the total rather than the 6 that Wanjiji was looking for. Still, a win is a win, and North Andover will be happy about that. Now, Jose Lemus for the Lancers will try to get some of that back here against Zach Herberchuk. 1 minute in, a stalemate so far. No points awarded, no takedowns. Both of these wrestlers cautious here at 138. 80 seconds into the first period. Still no points awarded. Grappling here on the near side. The referee looking on closely as these two wrestlers, Lemus and Herberchuk, both going for the first takedown of this bout at 138. Lemus showing some good footwork here. Keeps the left hand up. Pushes the right hand down of Herberchuk. 10 seconds to go in the period. No points awarded yet. Time running out here in the first. Lemus going low, trying to hook the leg, but he runs out of time. And we go to the second, a stalemate. In the first period, we go to the second, 0-0, the score here at 138 between Jose Lemus and Zach Herberchuk. Both wrestlers starting from the neutral position. And Herberchuk going low, trying to get a hold of that right leg of Jose Lemus, and Lemus defended it pretty well, taking a step back, and they continue to grapple here. 1:20 to go in the second period. Herberchuk again, seems to be a strategy. He's trying to go low, looking at that left knee for a moment. Herberchuk with the headlock, the referee coming over to take a look. No takedown points awarded. Referee looking for a good angle here. He's got the right arm wrapped around the head of Jose Lemus. Lemus with control of the midsection. The referee again looking at the headlock here. And he blows the whistle and says, nope, we're going to have a technical violation with 47 seconds remaining in the second period. The technical violation called against Zach Herberchuk, and that is going to be the first point awarded in this matchup. Comes via the technical violation, and in such a close match between these two, that is a big point that Herberchuk has to give up to Jose Lemus here. With 40 seconds to go in period number 2, Lemus with the 1-0 lead, the only point so far in this bout at 138. The technical violation against Herberchuk. 30 seconds left in the second now. Now 12 seconds to go here in the second. Again, complete stalemate. The only point awarded in these first two periods, a technical violation against Herberchuk. Otherwise, it has been dead even between these two at 138. Complete stalemate at 138. Good effort by both of these wrestlers here as we head to the third. And here we go, third period underway. They will start from the neutral position. Jose Lemus fakes going low as they grapple here. And the escape point is actually awarded to Herberchuk. Interesting decision as Lemus forgoes the advantage at the beginning of the third period. So he gives up the free escape point to Herberchuk, so we're all tied up at 1. Interesting tactical decision there by Lawrence. Let's see if it pays off as the Lancers want to see Jose Lemus get a takedown, and look at that, it could be a great tactical decision by the Lancers as Lemus goes low. Herberchuk still retaining control over the midsection. Referee counting 3 points for the takedown. Jose Lemus takes the lead 4-1 And it's starting to look like a genius masterstroke there by the Lawrence coaching staff and Jose Lemus, as Lemus was to start the period with the advantage, and Lemus and the Lancers up by 1 at the beginning of this third. They give up the free escape point to Herberchuk to tie things at 1, and what do you know? Lemus comes up with the clutch takedown here in the third. Now 30 seconds left, still plenty of time for Herberchuk to come back, but he's going to need an escape and a takedown, or at least a reversal to make things interesting. But Lemus, all he needs to do is hold this advantage against Herberchuk. He's got to do it for 10 more seconds. In fact, if he lets Herberchuk escape, he would still come out with the decision victory. 5 seconds to go. And thanks to good discipline and a good tactical decision, Jose Lemus and the Lancers get a 3 points added to the total, a decision victory here at 138. 4-1 the final score at 138. We go to 144, 17-15. The Lancers down by 2 here in this dual meet, but they get a hard-fought decision victory at 138. And here we go from 144, Jacob McCormick for the Scarlet Knights going up against Jordan Geronimo here for the Lancers. Geronimo pushing McCormick out of bounds. McCormick gets himself right back in bounds. Geronimo trying to go low. McCormick, though, has the leverage. Referee counting just for a moment as Geronimo almost getting the takedown. And now, yes, the referee says it is a good takedown. 3 points for Geronimo here early. McCormick trying to fight out of it. Geronimo has the 3-point lead here after the first period takedown. McCormick fighting his way up. He's got leverage with the right knee. Now he gets to his feet, trying for a reversal here. Let's see what the referee has to say about this. McCormick trying to turn the tables on Geronimo. Action-packed first period here at 144. McCormick fighting back against Geronimo after the early takedown, and the referee says, yep, that is a reversal. And now McCormick is in charge, 3-2. Geronimo still with the 1-point lead after the 3-point takedown, but McCormick is able to reverse it, and now McCormick trying to get a pin here. Geronimo is in danger. The referee taking a close look, and McCormick gets the pin with 12 seconds left in the first period. Tough break there for Geronimo. 23-15 here in the dual meet. 6 points added to the total for North Andover. Wow, Geronimo was looking strong there early in that first period, but McCormick with the reversal and the pin puts North Andover up. Once again, it is 23-15 overall here in this dual meet, and we are right back to the action here at 150. Chris Clark comes out for the Knights, and it's Jan Baez for the Lancers. Baez going low, no points awarded. Out of bounds, says the referee, and they will reset from the inner ring. About 35 seconds into this first period, Clark and Baez at 150. No points awarded just yet. Clark with control here of the right leg of Jan Baez. No takedown, but Clark trying to get some leverage there out of bounds. And Clark pushed into the Lancer bench here for the moment, and once again they will reset from the inner ring. 1 minute to go here in the first. At 150, Clark trying to control that right leg of Baez, but Baez fighting back here. Controlling the upper body. Clark again going low. This time it's the right leg. You can see both arms wrapped around the thigh of Baez. He's able to push Clark away here. 30 seconds left in the first. Now 20 seconds to go here. Stalemate so far. Action-packed stalemate, but a stalemate nonetheless. No points awarded until now. Clark, with just 10 seconds left in the period, gets the takedown. But oh, what a move here on the near side. Clark already had the takedown points. Baez trying to escape. Clark won't get points for that maneuver as he had already gotten the takedown and was able to just retain control with that maneuver here on the near side. Baez has to shake it off. Good effort trying to get that escape. Chris Clark leading 3-0 over Baez as we go to the second. And we're going to have a whistle just as we get set and we get ready to start off this second period. Referee talking to Chris Clark here, adjusting the equipment. And here we go. Baez starting with the advantage. He's down 3-0 against Chris Clark. Baez with the advantage. Clark in a little bit of trouble here. That left shoulder of Clark hit the mat for a second. No near fall points awarded, at least not yet, but Baez just needs a little bit more leverage. The left shoulder is in danger again for Clark, and Clark tries to fight out of bounds. And Baez brings him back in, and he knocks over the ref. The ref says, hold on just a moment. Good positioning by the ref, but the momentum of Clark pushes Baez into the referee. I've not seen that before, but referee says he's good to go. He just have a quick restart and back to the action. Baez with the advantage as they go out of bounds over to the right side of the mat. 1:11 left in the second here. And they will start from a neutral position as they went out of bounds from a neutral position, which does mean escape point is awarded to Clark. So Clark was able to escape just as they were going out of bounds. Referee with a smart call there, as Baez does not get the advantage after the restart when they went out of bounds. They go out of bounds once again, no points awarded. 49 seconds left here in the second. .45 seconds left in the period. And we have a whistle here with 41 seconds, and it looks like we have some blood on the mat. Yes, we do. Bloody nose. Anyone who knows varsity wrestling knows we're going to have to take a break here as we patch up that bloody nose. Folks, we want to thank you for joining us here on LPS Media. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with the continuation of this bout at 150. And we are back to the action after the bloody nose. Chris Clark and Jan Baez here at 150. Things are all patched up. We should be good to go here with Clark leading over Jan Baez in the 150-pound weight class. Second period action, 30 seconds left in the second period. Baez going low here. And Baez looks like he's trying to push Chris Clark back here. Clark doing well, holding his own, almost out of bounds. And they are fully out of bounds. Baez having a little trouble getting up over there. Yeah, he looks to have a lower body injury. That right leg seems to be in pain, and the referee calls over the coaching staff. And the coaching staff taking a look at Jan Baez, having a little trouble getting up. Looks like it could be the right leg, definitely a lower body injury. And we'll see if Jan Baez is able to continue. Second medical stoppage here in this second period. And will Jan Baez continue the bout? That's the question right now. And it's going to be a forfeit here as Jan Baez will not continue here at 150. So we will have a medical forfeit, meaning 6 points added to the total for North Andover. That's too bad. Jan Baez and Chris Clark locked in a very good bout here. But it's going to be a victory for Chris Clark via the medical forfeit. 6 points added to the total. It is 29-15. The Scarlet Knights on top. And we will move on up to the 157-pound weight class. Talik Rojas for the Lancers going up against Mike Lane of North Andover here at 157. North Andover has opened up a lead of 29-15. Rojas against Lane. Here we are at 157. The Lancers need some points here in order to keep things close. It's a 14-point lead. That's 2 pins and a decision for those of you keeping score at home if the Lancers want to take the lead here in this dual meet. Once again, they're looking for their first victory in a dual meet this season. Folks, as always, we want to thank you so much for joining us here on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers Athletics. My name is Jay Oza. Always a pleasure, always a privilege to bring you the play-by-play commentary from the field house here at Lawrence High School. A winter athletic season in full swing here as we have a takedown here from Rojas. 3 points awarded and a quick escape there by Lane. Rojas got the takedown and Lane was able to sneak right out of it. And guess what? Rojas with another takedown here in the first period. That's the second takedown in about a 10-second span. Good job by Rojas. And look at that. Lane is able to escape right away. 2 takedowns and 2 escapes. 30 seconds left here in the first period at 157. And another takedown there by Rojas. The referee, as you can see, putting that right hand in the air, signaling 3 points for the takedown. 9-2. 3 takedowns for Rojas, 2 escapes for Lane. Time running out on Lane here in the first period at least. Can he get another escape? It looks like Rojas will be able to keep him down. And how's that for a first period at 157? My goodness. 3 takedowns for Rojas, 2 escapes for Lane. And a big lead here early for Rojas. It's 9-2. The Lancers with the lead here at 157. But once again, North Andover overall with the 29-15 lead in this dual meet. Lane going low on Rojas. Rojas was ready for it. Neutral position to start off this second period. Rojas and Lane. Over 30 seconds gone here in the second period. A lot of action in that first period. 3 takedowns, 2 escapes. Nothing yet in the second. Rojas going low. Lane trying to keep control here. Rojas has control, though, of the right leg. Specifically that right ankle. Referee taking a look, and yes, he gives the takedown to Rojas. 3 more points added to the total. 12-2 now here in the second. Lane is able to escape again. That's the 3rd escape for Lane after the 4th takedown by Rojas. 40 seconds left in the second. Oh, what a move there by Rojas. He gets the takedown. Not enough for a near fall, but Rojas with his 2nd takedown and his 5th of the bout. Rojas is on a mission here, but Lane is fighting hard defensively. 15 seconds to go here, and Lane gets another escape. It's like the first period all over again. 7 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go. Rojas trying to get it, he gets another takedown. Rojas absolutely relentless. And look at that, just like the first period, 3 takedowns for Rojas. And 2 escapes for Lane. Oh my goodness. What an effort there by Rojas. And they declare a winner here, but this bout is not over yet. As I think somebody miscounted here, as we'll bring back out the 2 wrestlers here at 157, as Mike Lane is saying, yo, it's not over yet, is it? Now they'll go to a 3rd period here as Rojas has the lead. 6 takedowns gives 18 points to Rojas, and 4 escapes gives 4 points to Lane. So it's 18-4. As you can see here on the scoreboard. Excellent work by Mr. Jason York, in charge of our graphics and editing here. So the score is correct, 18-4 here. And Rojas is 1 point away from a major decision victory. Actually, I beg your pardon, that would be a technical fall. All he needs is 1 point. If he can escape here, it's all over. Lane with a control of the leg, but not anymore. And there it is. The escape is awarded as Lane could not hold on to the leg. It is a technical fall, and Rojas gets the win via the technical fall. That means 5 points added to the total for Lawrence High. And the referee just explaining the call. It was an escape for Rojas. Lane had the leg for a moment, but Rojas was able to escape 29-20 now, once again after the technical fall. 5 points added to the total as we now head to 165. Juniel Rosario of Lawrence High going up against Nathaniel Estrada of North Andover here at 165. It is tight, 29-20. Anyone's meat to win here. And just like that, 3 points for the takedown. Rosario gets 3 right out of the gate before even the 30-second mark of this first period. So 3-0. Rosario on top here over Estrada. Estrada trying to fight out of it here. 3-0 for the moment. One minute to go here in the first. Rosario with 3 points off the takedown. Estrada trying to escape or reverse. Estrada Trying to get to a vertical base. He does. And you see the left hand of the referee signaling 1 point for the escape. Estrada is on the board here against Rosario. Now Rosario is going to try to take down Estrada once again. The scoreboard in a moment will show 3-1 after the escape by Estrada. There we go. And now Rosario on the offense once again, and 3 points for the takedown. Here late in the first period, it's 6-1. Rosario with a second takedown. 10 seconds to go. Rosario looking to flip over Estrada, but Estrada trying to get to his feet here. No escape here as time runs out on the first period. 6-1. Rosario with the lead over Estrada will go to the second. Six to 1. Rosario leading over Estrada. 29-20 overall in this dual meet. Here we are at 165. 4 bouts to go after this one. Waiting on 175, 190, 215, and 285. Rosario going low, trying to get another takedown. No points awarded on that skirmish. 30 seconds into the second. Rosario and Estrada grapple now. Still grappling here as we approach the halfway point in period number 2. Still 6-1, no points awarded yet in this second period between Rosario of Lawrence and Estrada of North Andover here at 165. Rosario going for a takedown here. He does get the takedown, as you can see, the right arm waving of the referee. It's 9-1. And Estrada, all of a sudden with control. It's a reversal for Nathaniel Estrada as they go out of bounds. So a quick takedown there by Rosario is reversed by Estrada. They go out of bounds, and it will be Estrada with the advantage here as they reset after going out of bounds. 9-3 here late in the second. Rosario trying to fight out of it right away. He escapes immediately. Great job by Rosario with a quick escape. Makes it 10-3 after he gets 1 on the quick escape. After the takedown by Estrada, now less than 10 seconds to go here in the second. Rosario with the advantage. And we will move to the third. Juniel Rosario leading Nathaniel Estrada. The score 10-3 as we go to the third. Once again, the dual meet score 29-20. The Scarlet Knights leading over the Lancers. Estrada needs points, needs them quickly here. He's down by 7. "30 seconds into the period. Stalemate so far. Grappling. Estrada getting pushed back here. And now Estrada going for some offense here. If he's going to go down, he's going to go down swinging. He gets the takedown. Estrada is right back into it now. 3-point takedown. And now Estrada trying to flip over Rosario. Trying to maybe get some near fall points here. He's still down by 4. Time running out here in the third. 46 seconds left in the third. Rosario fighting back up to his feet, and he escapes! Rosario with the escape to make it 11-6. And that is massive for Rosario. 30 seconds left, and now all he needs to do is survive. The Lancers down by 9 here in this dual meet. And Juniel Rosario trying to at least get a victory here, even if it's by decision. 12 seconds to go here in the third. Rosario gonna hold on for the win here, unless something dramatic happens in 5 seconds. Not fully out of bounds yet, and that's gonna do it. Third period is complete, and Rosario for Lawrence picks up the decision victory, 11-6 the final here at 165. Rosario with the win to make it 29-23. So 3 points added to the total for Lawrence. Nicely done there by Rosario. Now the Lancers are within striking distance. They're down by only 6. A pin for Lawrence would tie it up. Antonio Perez against Mauricio Colon. Perez for the Lancers, Colon for the Scarlet Knights. At 175 with the Knights leading by 6. Once again, here we are at 175. Takedown here for Colon. You see that left hand go up. 3 points for Colon. Not what Perez wanted here, as the Lancers are down by 6 overall in the dual meet. Oh, and what a takedown there. But the referee shakes his head and says, no, that's an illegal slam. 1 minute into the period. And so 1 point added to the total for Antonio Perez. You saw that right hand go up, showing the number 1. So 1 point for Perez should be added to the scoreboard after the illegal slam. 35 seconds left here. Mauricio Colon with the advantage on Perez. 25 seconds to go here in the period. Referee counting. Perez is in trouble. Near fall points could be coming up here for Mauricio Colon. He's going for the pin here in the first period. 4 near fall points given to Mauricio Colon. 5 seconds left in the period. Perez couldn't get out of it. So 3 points for the takedown, 4 points for the near fall. Makes it 7-1. There's the 1 put on for the illegal slam. 7-1 is the score here as we go to the second. So the Lancers really needed a win here at 175, but the first period really did not go their way. Antonio Perez hanging tough, avoided the pinfall, but he's down by 6 here, as the Lancers are also down by 6 overall in this dual meet. Once again, the score 29-23 overall, as we have 3 takedown points awarded here for Mauricio Colon. 10-1 is the score after that takedown, as Perez is going to try to fight back up. Mauricio Colon is in control here. Less than a minute to go here in the second, as Colon twists Perez back down to the mat. Perez able to spin out of it. Nice escape there by Antonio Perez to keep the match alive. 30 seconds left here in the second. $20 left in the second now. Referee taking a look here over on the far side. And we're going to have a whistle here for an illegal headlock. And after that illegal headlock call, one more point added to the total for Mauricio Colon. Makes it 11-2. $15 left in the second. From a neutral position. Fatigue setting in for both of these two wrestlers here. Less than 10 seconds to go. And they might be content to just go to the break here, and they will, with the score 11-2. Colon in the driver's seat here against Antonio Perez. As we get set for the third period. Here in the third, Colon with the 9-point lead. Trying to at least get a decision victory here to put this dual meet on ice, possibly. He's got the takedown. Now he's going to try for the pin. Mauricio Colon trying to put the Knights in an advantageous position. He gets the pin here in the third, and that is huge. It's mathematically now going to be very difficult for the Lancers to come back and get a win in this dual meet. A victory for Mauricio Colon makes it 35-23. It's a 12-point lead, and the Lancers are going to need 2 pins out of these last 3 matches to tie it up. It's a 12-point lead. Jack Russell for North Andover against Manuel Perez. And so now at this point, any type of victory, a decision would do it. North Andover with any type of victory will take the W in this dual meet, but Perez has something to say about that. He's going to try to keep the Lancers alive here at 190. 30 seconds in. And a takedown here on the near side. Takedown points are awarded. 1:18 to go. They go out of bounds. 3-0, as you can see on the scoreboard. Russell takes the lead on the takedown here on the near side, and after going out of bounds, they will reset with Jack Russell taking the advantage. Once again, the Lancers need a victory here in order to stay alive in this dual meet. And 1 point awarded here after a technical violation for locking hands. here with 1:08 left in the period. The crowd chanting for Manny Perez here at 190, but Jack Russell is in control after a takedown, and now Perez is in trouble. The left shoulder is down. Perez trying to keep that right shoulder up. He's able to do so for now, but near fall points certainly coming for Jack Russell. Looking for the referee's signal here, taking a close look. Russell trying to get the pin and clinch the dual meet win for North Andover. 4 points awarded on the near fall, but Manny Perez is able to stay alive. 7-1 the score. Two points given there for Perez. First period, almost to a close here. And we go to the second, 7-3. Here is the score. After a 2-point reversal by Manny Perez, Jack Russell still leading by 4. And once again, just to give you the context here in the dual meet, if North Andover gets any points here added to the total here in the dual meet, they will get a victory. So Jack Russell looking for the win here to clinch the dual meet. Manny Perez trying to keep the Lancers alive with a win here at 190. The crowd chanting for Manny Perez. Ideally, the Lancers would love to get a pin or a major decision victory. Perez with a takedown here on the near side. He's got 3 and he's looking for more. He's got the takedown. It's 7-6. Russell leading by only 1. Manny Perez trying to pull over Jack Russell. 3 near fall points for the home team's Manny Perez. And they're both out of bounds. Perez will start with the advantage here. Good fight back by Manny Perez. Manny Perez and the Lancers trying to stay alive here. Once again, as we've reminded you before, the context of this dual meet, North Andover can win the dual meet right here at 190 if Jack Russell can get a win. He was leading 7-1. And now Manny Perez is in the lead. It's 9-7. 50 seconds to go here in the second. Now just 35 seconds left in the second. Manny Perez trying to do something with that right arm. Russell almost with the escape, but Perez grabs the right leg. And the referee is going to call for stalling here. So 1 point goes to Jack Russell on the stalling warning, as Perez was just holding on to the leg and not really doing much with it. And so with 16 seconds left here in the second, Jack Russell gets a point after the warning against Manny Perez. And just 5 seconds to go here in the second. The crowd heating up here. They know how important this is for Manny Perez and the Lancers. We go to the third. It's 9-8. Perez leading Russell. And once again, we will remind you that in this dual meet, North Andover can win the meet if they get a victory from Jack Russell, even if it is a decision victory. It does not need to be a pin. So the Lancers need points here from Manny Perez, meaning points in terms of a victory here at 190. It is Russell starting with the advantage here. Tense moments here. The crowd is fired up, but it is tense as Manny Perez is trying to fight out of this to get either an escape or a reversal. Perez is hanging on to this 1-point lead. It's 9-8. And look at that, it's a reversal by Perez! A massive reversal to keep the dual meet alive. Manny Perez makes it 11-8 on the reversal, a 3-point lead, and the Lancers are still alive. Just over a minute to go here in this bout at 190. Russell gets to his feet and he escapes. 1 point for Jack Russell on the escape. 11-9. Perez fighting for the takedown. Can he get it? He does. Look at that. Manny Perez gets the takedown here in the third. It's 14-9. Now Manny Perez trying to get a much-needed pin for the Lancers. He's got 20 seconds to do it. Jack Russell just trying to stay alive and minimize the damage here. Under 10 seconds to go here in the third. And Manny Perez fighting for the pin. He won't get it, but he does get a decision victory, and that is massive. The Lancers still alive here in the dual meet. And the score, 35-26. The Lancers are down by 9. And so here we go. We go to 2:15, and the Lancers still alive. They're going to need victories at 2:15 and 2:85. So any type of victory here, especially a pin, would mean GG's for the Lancers. Yaniel Garcia against Aiden Aquilina. And Garcia going low. A pin for North Andover here at 2:15 would clinch the meet. The Lancers need a victory. Takedown points given to Aquilina. Three 0 here. Aiden Aquilina leading over Yaniel Garcia. The Lancers need at least 3. They need at least a decision victory to keep the dual meet alive. And Aquilina is off to a good start, trying to spoil the fun here for the Lancers, going for this comeback victory. And now Garcia with the reversal. He gets the takedown point here. 3 takedown points, I should say. Yaniel Garcia with the takedown to make it 4-3. Aquilina trying to fight back here with under 30 seconds to go here in the first. Everything to play for here as the Lancers going for a comeback win here. They need at least a decision victory. North Andover's Aiden Aquilina with the reversal, though. Remember, a pin here for North Andover would mean a dual meet victory. And we go to the second. It's 5-4. Aquilina leading over Garcia. And once again, at 285, that'll come up next. The Lancers need to get to 285 with at least a decision victory. So if it's a decision victory for Lawrence here, still 2 periods to go here at 215, then the Lancers will be alive. But if North Andover gets any type of win, then the Knights will clinch the dual meet victory. So the Lancers need a decision or a pin to keep it alive. The Knights need a decision or a pin to close out this dual meet. And so here we go. It's 5-4, 5-3, beg your pardon. Aquilina trying for the takedown. He's got the takedown. Garcia's in trouble here. 3 points for the takedown. Garcia going to try to fight out of it. 8-3 is the score. 30 seconds into the period. Everything to play for. The Lancers need to get at least a decision win to stay alive. Here in the dual meet, we are at 215. The only bout remaining is at 285. That'll come up next. But Aquilina is trying to clinch the win here for North Andover. Aquilina had the takedown. 1:15 left in the second. Garcia trying to get out of it. Aquilina with a 4-point lead here in the second. Garcia trying to keep it alive for Lawrence High, but Aquilina has the leverage. 1 minute to go here in the second. Aquilina trying to put Garcia away. Garcia trying to fight back. Aquilina has Garcia in trouble. Referee counting for the near fall, and he gets the pin. Aiden Aquilina clinches the dual meet win for North Andover, and the Knights will be victorious here in Lawrence, 41-26 after the bout at 215, and we will go to 285. And it looks like the Knights will forfeit here at 285. And the final score here from Lawrence after the forfeit at 285 will be 41-32. So add 6 points to the total. It won't be enough, though, as the North Andover Scarlet Knights with the victory, in large part thanks to Aiden Aquilina's victory at 215. The Lancers fight back, almost complete an amazing comeback, but in the end, the North Andover Knights with the victory in this dual meet, 41-32. Folks, we want to thank you so much for joining us here at LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.